real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Joy Mabin was on the show before, suing her sister and nephew. And since then, her nephew was murdered in gang violence. Joy says the defendant is her cousin, and she helped raise her. But she's suing her today for a loan. Defendant Tamisha Pride says Joy is more like a mother than a cousin, and she was always there for her, and even helped her get out of trouble when she was a child. Tamisha claims she intended to repay Joy, but says she was forced to move because her violent ex was stalking her after he blew up her car.
Tell me what happened.
I was on your show back in 2005. I sued my sister and my nephew.
Did you win?
Yes.
So you figured this was a good thing going, huh? Bring him to me. Okay.
And since then, my nephew was murdered in gang violence on Detroit East Side.
Oh.
And I know that you mentor youth in Detroit, and it's a great need.
Yeah. In fact, not only do we mentor in Detroit, we have a new mentorship ministry that we've launched to be used by churches nationally.
Oh, okay.
Gives a step-by-step instructional on how either like the men's ministry or a member of the church or the pastor can implement the program by using 10 of the men in their congregation to mentor 10 of the single mother's children within the church. So it's kind of church member helping church member.
I was on your show back in 2005. I sued my sister and my nephew.
Did you win?
Yes.
So you figured this was a good thing going, huh? Bring him to me.
Defendant Tamisha Pride is being sued by her cousin, who claims after Tamisha's ex blew up her car, she loaned her money to buy a new one.
And so you can go on to AskJudgeMathis.com, the website, and you can pull down the mentorship program because, folks, I can't help you from St. Louis when I'm living in Detroit and California. And I get that a lot. Can you help my son? Can you help my son? Can you mentor him? I'm in Detroit. Well, where you live? I live in St. Louis. Well, it's going to be pretty hard. Do you go to church? Oh, yeah, I go to church. Well, can you get your pastor to help? Oh, he's too busy. I swear I've gotten that. I say, well, why won't he help? Oh, you know, he flies around the country. Speaking, he's a big pastor. He fly all over the country. So, okay. And matter of fact, he got his own plane. That's what made me think of this. Okay. I put it together. It works well. So those members of churches, pastors, those who head up men's ministries, go to my website, pull down that mentorship program so you can mentor these young people, particularly those young people who live in the household of a single mother who's going to church every week and needs some help with her son. There you go. And I'm so sorry to hear about your nephew. How's your relationship been with your cousin here?
Actually, I have to tell you how I refer to her so I don't confuse you.
Sure.
I don't call her Tamisha. She's Little Joy. Okay, even though she's bigger than I am, but...
And that's your name, Joy.
That's my name.
Right.
I sort of helped raise her and her little brother, you know, straight out of high school, 18 years old. My job was to bathe her, do her hair, feed her, make sure she did her homework, her and her brother, get them ready for school the next day. And I had to sleep in the basement with the dogs. Her father was a single parent, and so I was there until I think Joy was about 8 years old.
Good, and how's your relationship been with her? Good, for the most part? Okay, you give me some background.
I look at Joy as being, she's my cousin, but I look at more of her being a mother figure. I'm half Korean and half black. My father was in the Army. So, you know, it was kind of hard being a single dad, and that's where Joy came into play. You know, she combed my hair and got me out of trouble when I was in school and, you know, all that good stuff.
Okay.
So, I mean, I love Joy.
She's a mother figure to you. Let's get to the loan you're suing about, ma'am.
I felt like, you know, I kind of like I thought I did a good job help raising her. you know, but some of the decisions she made was bad, you know, we all do. And it got down to a point to where, you know, when she was in trouble, hey, who you call? You call mama, right? So she called me, and I always tried to be there for her. She even got the other nieces and nephews thinking that she my favorite when I don't have any favorites. I love everybody the same. And, you know, she called me, I think it was before Labor Day, and told me that she was having some issues with an ex. He blew up her car or something. And I told her, I said, well, what do you have to do? What is it that you need from me? And she said, well, I'm gonna need a car. She has 4 children. She's a single mother.
So whatever happened with her boyfriend blowing up her car?
She called me one day and she was like, I just need to talk to you. I said,
no,
okay.
I'm talking about the ramifications for him. You know, it sounded like you kind of skipped that. She said her boyfriend blew up her car and she handed me the bill.
I'm not exactly sure what happened with him.
Oh,
I just helped her get a car and helped her move.
He was subsequently charged with arson and stalking and some other charges, extortion.
Excellent.
And she did help me move.
Okay. Let me get to her and let her tell me the specifics of the loan. I just wanted to make sure you got a little justice there.
I did.
So let's get right to the loan. You loaned her the money to replace that car that the boyfriend blew up, who was arrested and prosecuted.
Right. She told me that she had to move. I said, okay, Joy. I said, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get you a cash advance. That's 23% interest. My line of credit is 28% interest. I said, I'm going to loan you this money. I say, but you have to pay on it, and you have to pay me back. I say, you got them 4 babies, so I know you're getting a lot for income tax time. She told me that she was going to file early, first thing in January, so that way she'll have my money to me right away. I told her, okay. Well, when January came around, she filed her taxes. Then she told me, boom, I got to move again. So now at this point, I can't get my money, but I'm still paying cash advance and line of credit. I said, okay. So then she turned around and told me something about some more money that she was supposed to get, you know. And I still haven't been paid. I have an 18-year-old in Saginaw Valley State. It's his freshman year. And I had to draw down his CD that I had to pay off this cash advance and my line of credit.
Whatever happened with her boyfriend blowing up her car?
She called me one day and she was like, I just need to talk to you. I said,
no,
okay.
I'm talking about the ramifications for him. You know, it sounded like you kind of skipped that. She said her boyfriend blew up her car and she handed me the bill.
Defendant Tamisha Pride is being sued by her cousin, who claims after Tamisha's ex blew up her car, she loaned her money to buy a new one.
Here you are, sending your son to college, and here this hoodlum blows up her car. Your college son has to pay for it.
Yes.
All right. And has she paid anything on the loan?
No.
All right. What do you have to say?
Well, the reason, I do agree that as far as the choice, you know, that probably wasn't the best choice or whatever, you know. And she did do all that. When it came for me to pay her back as far as income tax time, I had to relocate because he had found out where I had stayed at again. And my son was sick, and the house that I moved into, it just wasn't up to par. The water got turned off over there because the landlord wasn't taking care of his business. I was literally there about 6 months, if that. And my main priority was keeping my family safe and having a livable home. You know, I had a newborn baby, and it wasn't, you know, I don't want to seem like I was just like, you know, yeah, you help me now and I'm stepping on your neck and forget you. My intentions was to pay her at tax time, but I just wasn't in the position.
Okay, people need to listen to this and understand that when you're loaning money, that when that person gets some money, they're going to put their own needs ahead of you. Just so people know that when people borrow money from you, when they do get some money, you're going to be the last priority. I got to take care of my kids. I got to take care of my apartment. Man, good luck. Having to get a dime, $10, $20, $50, $100, good faith.
I haven't been working.
Gotcha. You don't have $100, $5,000 for the plaintiff. You heard my advice, and you all who are listening heard my advice about loaning your money out to people who are going to later tell you, my needs are ahead of hers. I don't care about her son not being able to go to college as long as I got a nice house. You didn't say I was homeless. You know, the house I had, they wasn't fixing it up right. Judgment for the plaintiff.
We're going to carry on as family. I'm not mad at her. I didn't mean any harm or anything, and I appreciate everything that you did. You know I
love you.
I love you too.
Next family reunion, you better cook something.
I will.